I'm sorry about today. It got late because of my circumstances. I feel really bad for your parents. Could you apologize for me?
No, it's okay. You're busy with work, Gabriel. I appreciate that you made time for this. That's more than enough.
It's a relief to hear you say that. However, we've been late with the marriage introduction, even though I've been busy with work. It's a bit unceremonious to have the wedding setting and then introduce, isn't it?
Mom and Dad understand. It's fine. I've been telling them properly about Gabriel for a while now. Today too, both of them are feeling awkward, right?
Well, considering the age difference between me and Allison, I hate to say it, but for the partner of a woman in her 20s, I'm too much of an old man.
I don't mind though. I don't think the age difference is a problem. And my parents were nervous not just because of the age difference, you know?
Is that so?
Yeah. The company you work for, Gabriel, is a large corporation that often does commercials, right? And if you're an executive there, my parents were surprised that such an important person came.
I was even more nervous though.
Really? Were you? You looked very confident though.
Your parents are both almost 50, right? Their age isn't that different from mine. It's only natural to need courage to ask them for their daughter.
I guess that's how it is. Well, it went well and I'm glad. Now all we have to do is wait for the wedding.
Already at the beginning of next month. Just a little longer.
Yeah, I can't wait. But are you really okay with it? Not inviting people from your company to the ceremony?
Haven't I said it before? I want to cherish the ceremony with Allison. I don't want to invite people from work.
I understand that, but is that okay with your position, Gabriel? Won't it cause trouble at work?
I'm not in such a shallow job that I get into trouble over something like that, so don't worry. I can still do my job, you know.
I guess if it's you, Gabriel, but I'm still worried.
It's really okay. Besides, Allison wouldn't want to be surrounded by arrogant men at her precious wedding, right? If I were to invite, it would mostly be older people, you know.
True, I'd probably feel nervous in a group of such important people.
Right. So it's good like this. Your friends will come, Allison. That's enough. If I invite my associates, it will become like a meeting room.
Thank you for considering that. As your wife in the future, Gabriel, I make sure not to embarrass you.
I'm happy to hear you say that, but you don't have to push yourself. You, Allison, can get used to it at your own pace.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry it's so late. You have work tomorrow, don't you, Gabriel?
It's only natural since I'm going to be your husband. But yeah, it's quite late now. I'm gonna sleep now.
Yes, good night. Work hard. Gabriel, where are you now? Why aren't you coming to the venue? The reception is about to start. Did something happen? You're Gabriel's fiancé, right? Yes. What happened all of a sudden? I'm sorry, I'm not Gabriel. I am this man's wife. My husband will not marry you. I'm sorry for the disturbance. But please cancel today's ceremony. Wife? And cancel the ceremony? What on earth is going on? I am Alice, Gabriel's wife. I apologize for the trouble my husband has caused. I really can't keep up with this. It's not a joke, is it? You're really Gabriel's wife? Yes, I'm replying borrowing my husband's phone right now. You're Allison, right? I'm really sorry for my husband's reckless actions. We will take responsibility for the cancellation of the ceremony. Please, wait a moment. Even if you say sorry, I don't understand what's going on. I understand that it's not easy to accept. Therefore, please let us pay you compensation. So we hope you would accept the settlement. Is that okay? Wait a minute, please. I understand that you're his wife, but suddenly talking about compensation? To begin with, I didn't know that Gabriel was married. That's why we're saying we'll pay. Please forget about my husband with that. It's not a bad deal for both of us, is it? Such a one-sided... Please let me talk to Gabriel. I can't accept it without understanding the situation. I can't let you talk to my husband. If a simple explanation of the situation is required, I will do it. Is that okay with you? It's the day of the ceremony. Yet I can't even talk to the person involved. I can't accept such a story. I, myself, have been cheated on my husband. I don't want to let him carelessly talk to the woman he cheated with. Can't you understand that feeling?
That may be so, but...
Well, it is a one-sided story, so... I won't say I don't understand your feelings, Allison. So I will arrange for you to talk to my husband at a later date.
Is that true?
Of course. I would appreciate it if you could trust me on that.
I can't accept it, but I understand. But I want to ask for now. What's the reason it came to this?
It's a simple story. My relationship with my husband wasn't going well, so he had an affair with you, Allison. That's all there is to it.
Just that? I'm engaged and I even held a wedding ceremony.
For that, I am truly sorry. It seems that he was truly ready to divorce me and remarry as a husband. By the time I realized this had happened, I apologize for the delay in dealing with it.
Then why don't you come to the ceremony?
In the course of discussing divorce, we acknowledged each other again as a couple. In that regard, we are grateful to you, Allison.
Grateful? Are you making fun of me?
I'm not making fun of you. We've been married for over 10 years, but we've never had a heart-to-heart talk like this. Thanks to that, we were able to mend our relationship, and the compensation this time is also meant as a thank you for that.
Don't mess around, that's too much. So I was just caught up in a marital fight?
As much as I hate to say it, it was never possible for you to marry my husband in the first place. Even being able to dream of that for a little while should be enough, shouldn't it?
Huh? What do you mean?
My husband is an executive at a large corporation. Compared to that, you're just a receptionist at a small and medium-sized company. If there were no problems in our marital relationship, you wouldn't even have met him, right?
That way of saying it.
But it's the truth. We won't ask for the return of gifts sent during your relationship with my husband. In addition, we're saying we'll pay compensation. We've made so many concessions, haven't we? It will be troublesome if you continue to throw a tantrum anymore.
A tantrum, you say? Am I being selfish in what I'm saying?
My husband already has a family. Sure, he has his faults, but it's best for both of us to settle this scandal quickly.
Is my relationship with you a scandal?
Unlike you, my husband has a position to maintain. Please understand. So let's talk more in detail another day. With my husband included. Is that okay with you?
Yes, just do as you please. Allison, I'm truly sorry for what happened at today's meeting. My wife said some terrible things. Including everything so far, I'm really sorry. It's okay now. I've settled the matter by accepting the consolation money. Or rather, is it okay for you to contact me? Won't your wife get mad? That's fine. I told my wife that I'm contacting you like this. Surprising, isn't it? Didn't your wife get mad? She thinks that the problem would be if Allison said something about this matter. She said she would turn a blind eye to minor things if it could prevent that. That's quite a cautious move. Well, don't say that. She's trying to protect me in her own way. But the things she said at the meetings were a bit pathetic. Because of the harsh way she spoke. Not at all. Just as your wife said, I'm just a little girl. The world you live in, Gabriel, is different. In addition to that, I will pay consolation money, so let's settle it. I'm sorry for imposing my circumstances on you. It doesn't matter. You have a position to maintain, unlike a little girl like me. I'm fully convinced on this side as well. So this kind of follow-up is okay. Hey, can you stop using formal language? We're in a relationship, aren't we? Don't act so distant. What do you mean by a relationship? To you, I'm just an affair partner, aren't I? I was serious about getting married. Didn't we love each other more than that? Please spare me. I don't want to be involved with you guys anymore. Let's settle this matter, so please don't contact me anymore. Don't say things like that. Sure, I was at fault this time, but my feelings for Allison have always been serious. Serious? Even though you were hiding the fact that you're married? How can you say something like that? I was definitely wrong about that, but even now, I love you. I want you to understand these feelings. I heard you made up with your wife. That's just on the surface. The only things she cares about are my positions and public image. In fact, we hardly spoke at all today. When it comes to having an affair and getting divorced, she's worried about the scandal. So you want to maintain your marital relationship? That's right. It's impossible to love each other as a married couple in such a state, isn't it? Even now, Allison matters more to me than she does.
Is that so? So what do you want me to do?
This is just a proposal. Would you become my mistress?
What? A mistress? Are you serious?
As I said earlier, I have a position, and it's impossible to divorce my wife after this. But it's not difficult to continue our relationship in secret from my wife. She's never been interested in me in the first place.
So you're asking me to become your mistress? Please stop joking around.
Don't get so angry. The problem this time was that I kept quiet about being married, and that my divorce from my wife didn't go well. If I can keep it a secret, there's no problem. I'll even give you a monthly allowance so you won't be in trouble.
That's something neither my wife nor my parents will approve of. My parents are also angry about the broken promise of marriage.
That's why we just have to keep it a secret. It might be more difficult to meet than before, but still, I don't want to end my relationship with Allison. You want to be with me, don't you, Allison? Then let's make up our minds together, okay?
I understand. If you say so, Gabriel. I'll make up my mind too.
Really? I'm glad. I believe that Allison would say that. So once again, I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yes, I look forward to it. Now that it's come to this, I'll be with you till the end. So Gabriel, this time you'll stay with me till the end, won't you?
Allison, I've arrived at the meeting place. How much longer will it take you?
Just a little longer. Sorry, though, for calling you out when you're busy with work.
We can't afford to be found out that we're meeting. It can't be helped.
But are you sure it's okay? You were at work, weren't you?
The boss wasn't there, so it's no big deal to get away from work. Besides, we haven't been able to meet since we started this relationship because we've been busy, right? Considering that, it's okay to leave work.
Right, thank you. I'll be there soon, so please wait. The president of your company said he's looking forward to it too.
What? The president?
Yes, the president of your company. Who would have thought that an executive of his own company would skip work to meet his mistress? He said he was looking forward to meeting you because he couldn't even imagine it.
Wait a minute, this must be a joke, right? You're trying to surprise me, aren't you?
That can't be true. If you don't believe me, shall I take a picture with the president and send it to you?
No way. Why would my company's president? To begin with, there's no way you know the president, is there?
Didn't you know? The president is a classmate of my parents. I asked my parents to introduce me.
But you didn't say a word about it when you greeted me.
Why would I need to say that? It's not like my parents become great because of that.
That's true, but why are you with the president? I heard he's having dinner with the president of another company today.
That's obviously a lie to lure you out, isn't it?
Why would he do such thing?
To take revenge on you, of course.
Revenge? What are you talking about? I admit I was wrong about the marriage, but you forgave me, didn't you?
Huh? I never said I forgave you, did I? What are you misunderstanding?
But you said you would become my mistress.
You quietly had an affair with me, knowing that you were married, and even ruined the wedding. And then you asked me to become your mistress? Did you really think I was going to become your mistress?
In reality, you said it was okay, didn't you?
No way! Don't get carried away, you old pervert. That's what makes you disgusting.
Old pervert? Your language is a bit too harsh. We're as far apart in age as a parent and child. Don't you have any respect for your elders?
You're the one who was after a girl who's as far apart in age as your child, aren't you? And you deceived me with such a silly lie. You said pay me a consolation fee and let's settle this. Your wife is the same, but you really should stop treating people like fools.
Even so, you didn't have to bring the president. If you do something like that, I won't be able to stay at the company. Will I?
That's why. You messed around with the other people's lives as you pleased. So you can't complain no matter what happens to your own life, can you?
That's not the point, is it? What are you going to do? I have a position unlike you. I carry more weight than a young girl like you, understand?
My parents used to say, you know, whether it's an old man or a 20-year-old girl, the weight of life is the same.
No way, don't push us in the same category.
That's right. I haven't ruined my life enough to be put in the same category as someone who's losing their job, wife, and life. I'm sorry.
What do you mean by losing your wife?
I've told your wife everything about our affair.
What? What have you done?
By the way, your wife is friends with the president's wife, isn't she? I've passed on to her the story about how you called me a young girl and said, "Pay me a consolation fee and let's settle this." Now your wife will be isolated just like you.
You've gone that far? What on earth do you want to do? You've ruined both my life and hers.
I told you, it's revenge. I hope a selfish and disgusting couple like you fall into hell.
This is the worst. I've lost my job and all my relationships. What am I supposed to do from now on?
Don't worry. You're falling into hell together as a couple. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Enjoy the rest of your life as a happy married couple. Afterwards, Gabriel was fired by the arriving president and became jobless. He was also confronted by his wife about our affair, and their home life fell apart. As Gabriel, who was a workaholic, had relationships only with his coworkers, there was no one who would stand by him in his workplace when news of his despicable deeds had spread, and he became completely isolated in this wide society. His wife too was distant by the president's wife, who learned about her exchange with me and was consequently abandoned by her friends. With no one to rely on, they continued their marital life despite their ruined relationship, hating each other but unable to divorce because they had no allies. I think they should just get a divorce, but Gabriel, who was all about work, couldn't do any household chores and couldn't live on his own even if he got a divorce. His wife too, having clung to her husband's social status to live, now couldn't stand being alone and couldn't escape from the worst environment. That couple, always thinking only of themselves, fell into hell just as I wanted them to. I hope they continue to live healthily in that hell.
Hi, hon. Just a reminder, I'll be home late tonight. Can you get something to eat on your way home from the office?
Seriously? Again? You know I hate getting takeout. Why can't you just come home first and make dinner? You can go after that.
Home is half an hour in the other direction from the hospital. Not to mention the time it takes to make dinner. You know how tired I have been with everything that is going on.
Then just skip your visit today. Is it that big of a deal to miss one visit?
Yes, of course it is. You haven't been there for a while, so you don't know how bad my dad looks. But every visit is precious right now. And I need to be there for my mom. They have been together for so long. It is hard for all of us.
Yeah. I know you're the perfect little family.
That is just mean.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just want my wife back. I hate that you're going out there so often. I hardly see you.
I'm only there a few times a week. It is not like I am going to the hospital for fun. My dad is dying from cancer.
I know, and I do understand. Most of the time. You're just gonna make it up to me. Luckily, you will have plenty of options with that big fat insurance check we'll get when your dad croaks.
Did you seriously just use that word? You're being a really horrible person right now.
Oh geez. I'm sorry, I was just trying to lighten the mood.
Just stop being so insensitive. You know how sad I am. I would rather have my father with me than any amount of money.
Of course you would, honey. I am sorry. I just meant all that money's gonna go a long way in providing some comfort. I didn't try to be mean. You go and take all the time you need with your family.
Thank you. I will speak to you later. Where are you? I am home and everything is dark.
Hi, babe. I wasn't in the mood to sit around alone all night. And I wanted something to eat. So I met some friends for a bite to eat.
Did you get that bite at the bar down the road?
Yes, I did. I guess you could come if you want to. Just don't come if you're gonna sit with a long face all night. You tend to bring the mood down after one of your hospital visits, where you just want to have a little bit of fun.
As generous as that invitation is, I wouldn't dream of intruding, despite really needing you tonight.
Is it yet another dad thing? Can we have a break for just one night? Did he die?
No, he was put on a ventilator and probably won't wake up again.
Well, there it is. We could have weeks more of this sulking around. Just let me have this one night.
Sure, Milo, whatever you say. Just do me one favor. Don't let the alcohol inspire you to be super generous again. Last time you spent thousands on paying the bar tab for all of your friends.
Don't be such a greedy cow. We can afford to treat my friends a little.
Then how about doing it with your credit card this time? instead of mistakenly using mine. It is not fair.
Stop with all the moaning. You have more money than me. What happens to what is yours is mine?
Except that it is always mine when you want to splurge. We make the same salary. I just save more. Use your own.
I have more expenses than you do. Expenses I need. Besides, your parents are always happy to give you a few dollars to tide us over.
Your fancy sports car was not an expense we needed. And there is no way that I'm asking my mom for money while my dad is this sick. So you better be careful with our money, or we are just going to be broke. And you will have to live with that.
Your dad's illness is messing with our lives. I just told my friends it would be better if he just went already, and we could get back to normal. Except we would be loaded.
Did you seriously tell your friends that? That is horrible. How could you say that? After everything Dad has done for us?
Always with how great the old man is. I'm just calling it as I see it, baby.
I am going to assume you are very drunk. Or you wouldn't be saying these horrible things. You can't be that much of a jerk. Or it would completely break my heart.
This is killing my vibe. How about we just talk later?
Not continuing this conversation sounds great. Just don't make me up when you get home. I don't want to see you tonight. Are you sure you can't come with me? I know you are busy, but I need you.
I am sorry, honey, but I have to work. I wish I could be there to support you. Please, hug your mom for me.
Thank you for being so sweet the last few days. It has meant a lot. I wish you could come with me too, but I understand.
If we weren't working on such a big project at work right now, I would be. All the overtime is killing me. I've been wanting to talk to you about that. Back and forth between home and the hospital has been rough on you, and the drive to the office late at night has been killing me.
That is true.
And I know you worry about me all alone at home. Without your delicious meals every day, I've been lost. But I think I might have the solution.
What's that?
You've already taken time off from work. You could easily go and stay with your mom for a few days. Then you can support her, and you can be close when your father needs you.
That would be great, but what about you?
I will go and stay with my parents while you're gone. Their place is closer to the office anyway, easier when I work late. And besides, there is some serious benefits. I'll be fed like a king. My mom cooks even better than you do, LOL.
I guess that works. But I'll miss you. Will you come to the hospital when you can?
Of course, honey. But I don't see myself having any time to come and visit.
It's over. Daddy's gone.
Ah, I am sorry, sweetheart. How are you doing? How's your mom?
We're hanging in there, but I need your support. Can you come?
I am sorry, sweetie. I just can't right now. We're so busy at the office. After this, I will take some time off and just be with you.
That sucks, but I understand. I appreciate you taking the time to message me, even when you were so busy.
Don't worry, I have a whole list of new toys you can buy to show your appreciation. As soon as Daddy's insurance comes in, we can make it rain.
Are you really talking about money right now?
I was just joking to lighten the mood. Maybe you're just overreacting a little because your emotions are wild.
Maybe. I need some rest too. But you will for sure be at the funeral, right?
When'll that be?
We are arranging it for Saturday. Then my aunt and uncle can come too. And there is no work, so I hope you can come.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But you know that it's Jace's bachelor weekend. I can't back out now.
It is my father's funeral. I am sure that Jace would understand that this is beyond our control.
But I wouldn't. I've been excited about this for months. Can't just change my plans. It's not like your dad's gonna be less dead if I'm not there. Just let me have some fun, darn it.
Wow. Just wow. I thought we were in a better place. But right now, I don't even want you there anymore. We can talk when I get back.
How are you doing, honey?
Hi, Kath. I'm doing okay. Thank you for the flowers you sent. My mom and I appreciated your support.
Of course, we are family. I think of you as my own daughter. I just wish we could have done more. The only thing that gave me some comfort was knowing that my son was there for you.
Yes, I am sure Milo tried his best to be.
You know, I don't always like how he treats you, but this time he proved me wrong. Taking time off from work and staying with you and your mom all this time, it must have been a real support to have him there constantly.
You mean the last 2 weeks? He took time off?
Yes, he even told them he would take unpaid leave. But his boss was so generous, he told him to take all the time he needed. Luckily, they weren't very busy right now, so they could spare him. Isn't that sweet?
Very sweet, but I'm confused. Are you telling me he was off all this time?
Now I am confused. Why are you acting like you didn't know? He was down there with you the entire time. We even went over to the water your plants while you were gone.
My head is spinning. Just to be clear, he was off work and he wasn't living with you?
You are worrying me, Amy. I'm going to phone you to clear things up.
No, not right now. I will speak to you soon, but please do me a favor. Don't speak to Milo right now. I need to figure things out first.
Whatever you need, I'll speak to you at the funeral.
Have you been home yet?
Oh, yes, I for sure have. How nice of your mother to keep it so clean for me.
That's all you're gonna say? Nothing about the papers on the table?
Oh, the divorce papers that you signed? What would you like me to say about those papers, Milo? I signed them. We are officially not married anymore.
No fight? No argument? LOL. That was easy. I thought it was gonna be much harder to get rid of your sulky face. When can I expect my money in my bank account?
What money would that be? You aren't getting a cent from me.
Nice try. I know you inherited millions. I am entitled to half of that. Why do you think I stuck around as long as I did?
Oh, I got hundreds of millions, but sadly that has nothing to do with you. Do you really think that you are going to get a cent of my father's money? Are you joking?
We were married when he died. It isn't up to you. I get half.
LOL, you really should have done more research. But doing your homework has never been your strong suit, has it, honey? An inheritance is not considered a marital asset. You left, you get none of it.
What? You can't be serious. That isn't fair. I put up with you for years. I deserve that money.
That is too bad for you. I guess your friends will have to pay for their own drinks for now.
Fine, but I'm entitled to spousal support. Don't think I don't know about the cash account Daddy set up for you when we got married. It might not be as much as I'd hoped, but I can still live really comfortably with that money.
Oops, you won't be getting any of that either. You remember the prenup we signed before we got married? It said that you'd get nothing if you cheated.
But you never filed that. You promised.
Yes, I have to admit I did say that. At that stage, I didn't think that it was needed. But since I never thought we would use it, why not file it? It made my dad happy, so why not? I guess that Daddy saved me once again.
But honey, you're making a mistake. I never cheated on you. I wouldn't. I was just frustrated that you weren't giving me any attention. We can work on our marriage and fix things.
LOL, nice try, Milo. We are done. And my money is all going with me.
You cow. You can't prove I cheated. I'm gonna take everything I can. I already quit my job. You owe me.
That is sad for you, but I owe you nothing. You see, I found out that you were off work and not visiting your parents. During the worst days of my life, you were cheating on me. The PI I hired has some lovely photos of you and your friend. You won't get anything.
Are you seriously leaving me without anything? Even the house is in your name. You're gonna force me to move home to my parents?
That might not even be an option for you. Your parents have been great through all this. They are not happy with you. I guess you are stuck with your new girlfriend. I hope she can cook, LOL. Bye, Milo. Have a nice life. It has been a year, one of the best and hardest years of my life. My mom and I both took some time together and traveled. We will always miss my dad. But we can have each other at least, which is more than I can say for Milo. He has been left with no money and no family. His parents disowned him, but I see them regularly and have made sure they are taken care of. Surprisingly, I don't miss Milo at all. Instead, it has been like a weight has been lifted off me. I'm going to be okay.